Class 9 English, Chapter number 2, The Sound of Music, Part 2, The Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. Good morning, children. We have finished Part 1 of the chapter, The Sound of Music. In the previous chapter, we have seen how Evelyn Glennie listens to sound without hearing it. In the second part, let us read about the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. Before we read, children, let us look at these pictures. We have some musicians with their musical instruments. Please try to find out the names of the instruments and the people who are playing the instrument. Now, let us go to the lesson. Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of a musical instrument called pongi in the royal residence, for it had a shrill, unpleasant sound. So who stopped or who banned the playing of this musical instrument called pongi? Emperor Aurangzeb. Why did he stop it? Why did he ban it? He banned it because it had an unpleasant sound. It had a shrill, unpleasant sound. Pongi became the generic name for reeded noisemakers. Generic name. A name to the genre of reeded instruments, musical instruments. Anything that's got to do with a sound produced by reeds. That is generic, pongi. Few had thought that it would one day be revived. Though it was banned by the king, some people thought that it would be revived one day or the other. A barber of a family of professional musicians who had access to the royal palace decided to improve the tonal quality of pongi. He chose a pipe with a natural hollow stem that was longer and broader than pongi and made 7 holes on the body of the pipe. So we have a barber here who has the family history of playing this music. They have access to the royal palace. That means they could make their way to the royal palace. So this barber, he decided to improve the tonal quality of pongi. What did he do? He took a reed, a bigger, a broader, a longer reed than the pongi, and made 7 holes on the body of the pipe. He played on it, closing and opening some of these holes. Soft and melodious sounds were produced. So when this reed was played, he made 7 holes in it and he blew into it and he was playing on it, and then he was able to produce some what kind of sound did he produce? Melodious sounds. He was opening and closing some of the holes and he was able to produce a melodious sound. He played the instrument before royalty and everyone was impressed. Everybody was impressed. Everybody liked it when he played before the royalty, before the court of the king. The instrument was different from pongi. The instrument so different from pongi had to be given a new name. As the story goes, since it was first played in the Shah's chambers and was played by a nai, a barber, the instrument was named Shehnai. So how did the instrument come to get its name? Shehnai. The instrument came to get its name from Shah and Nai. Because Shah, why Shah? Because it was first played in the chamber of the Shah and it was played by a Nai, Baba. So the instrument came to be known as Shehnai. See, we have the picture of the two instruments, Pungi and Shehnai. Shehnai is but a modified form of Pungi. The sound of Shehnai began to be considered auspicious. Auspicious, that means good omen, that brings good luck. And for this reason, it is still played in temples and is an indispensable component of any North Indian wedding. So in North India, Shehnai is played because it brings good luck, good fortune. And it is also played in temples. In the past, the Shehnai was a part of Naubat, or traditional ensemble of 9 instruments found at royal courts. It was a part of the Naubat, or an ensemble of 9 instruments, a collection of 9 instruments found at the royal courts. Till recently, it was used only in temples and weddings. The credit for bringing this instrument into classical stage goes to Ustad Bismillah Khan. So, till recently it was played only in weddings, it was played only in the temples, but Shehnai is getting a bigger, a firmer, a more prominent stand in classical stage. And who is responsible for this? Who is the man behind this? This man is none other than Ustad Bismillah Khan. As a 5-year-old, Bismillah Khan played Gilli Danda near a pond in ancient estate of Dumraon in Bihar. He would regularly go to the nearby Bihariji temple to sing the Bhojpuri Chaita, at the end of which he would earn a big laddu weighing 1.25 kg, a prize given by the local Maharaja. This happened 80 years ago, and the little boy has travelled far to earn the highest civilian award in India, the Bharat Ratna. So, Bismillah Khan is a Bharat Ratna awardee, and from very childhood, he would regularly go to the nearby Biharji temple to sing the Bhojpuri Chaita. And after that, he would get a prize, a big laddu that weighs more than 1 kg, 1.25 kg, as a prize given by the local Maharaja. That was long time back, more than 80 years back now. And this very small boy has traveled far and wide to earn the civilian award. What is the highest civilian award in India? Bharat Ratna Award. Born on 21st March 1916, Bismillah belongs to a well-known family of musicians from Bihar. 1916. His grandfather, Rasul Bux Khan, please remember these names. His grandfather, Rasul Bux Khan, was the Shehnai Nawaz of Bhojpur King's Court. His father, Paigambar Bux, and other paternal ancestors were also great Shehnai players. So it is there in the family. Not just himself, but his father, his grandfather, and also his paternal ancestors. Other paternal ancestors. What is paternal? Paternal, that belongs to the father. Ancestors of his father's side. They were also Shehnai players. Now, the young boy took to music early in life. At the age of 3, when his mother took him to his maternal uncle's house in Benares, now Varanasi, Bismillah was fascinated watching his uncle's practice the Shehnai. So his uncles this side in Benares also were practicing Shehnai. and he was fascinated by it. He looked at it with fascination. Soon, Bismillah started accompanying his uncle Ali Bux to Vishnu temple of Benares, where Bux was employed to play the Shehnai. So he started accompanying his uncle who played Shehnai at the Vishnu temple at Benares. Ali Bux would play the Shehnai and Bismillah would sit captivated for hours in end. They're so much absorbed, they could sit captivated by the sound of the music for hours at end. Slowly, he started getting lessons in playing the instrument and would sit practicing throughout the day. For years to come, the temple of Balaji and Mangala Maya and the banks of the Ganga became the young apprentice's favorite haunts where he could practice in solitude. The flowing waters of the Ganga inspired him to improvise and invent ragas that were earlier considered to be beyond the range of the Shehnai. That means there were certain ragas which people thought that Shehnai could not reach, Shehnai could not attain. But it was proved wrong. It was proven wrong by Bismillah Khan. He would sit near the Ganges river. The flowing water of the Ganga inspired him. Where did he get his inspiration from? From the flowing waters of the Ganges. Inspired him to improvise and invent ragas. He improvised and he started inventing ragas which people thought that Shehnai could not do. At the age of 14, Bismillah accompanied his uncle to the Allahabad Music Conference. At the end of his recital, Ustad Fayaz Khan patted the young boy's back and said, "Work hard and you shall make it." With the opening of All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938 came Bismillah's big break. He soon became an often heard Shehnai player on radio. So this is a very important date in his life, with the opening of the All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938. When was the station opened? When was the All India Radio station opened in Lucknow? 1938. From that time onwards, you could hear Bismillah Khan playing Shehnai on radio. So this is a big break. When India gained independence on 15 August 1947, Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to greet the nation with his Shehnai. He poured his heart into Rag Kafi from the Red Fort to an audience which included Mahatma Gandhi and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who later gave his famous Tryst with Destiny speech. So look at his association with the great men of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Because he was the first Indian to greet the nation with his Shehnai. He was the first Indian. When India gained independence on 15 August 1947, Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to greet the nation with his Shehnai. He poured his heart out into Rag Kafi, the name of a raga, from the Red Fort. So he sang from the Red Fort. And Mahatma Gandhi, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, they were the important, very renowned audience gathered to listen to his Shehnai being played. Bismillah Khan has given many memorable performances both in India and abroad. His first trip abroad was to Afghanistan, where King Jahir Shah was so taken in by the maestro that he gifted him priceless Persian carpets and other souvenirs. So, who is King Jahir Shah? He was a king of Afghanistan. Okay, and he was so impressed by the Shehnai played by Bismillah Khan that he gifted priceless person, very costly, the cost of which you cannot say, pricely Persian carpets and other memorable gifts, souvenirs, gifts given in a memory of the person, or maybe in somebody's or in some place's memory. So souvenirs were given and beautiful, priceless Persian carpets were given to him. The king of Afghanistan was not the only one to be fascinated with Bismillah's music. Who are the others? Let's see. Film director Vijay Bhatt was so impressed after hearing Bismillah play at a festival that he named a film after the instrument called Gunj Uti Shehnai, because he has been impressed by the Shehnai played by Bismillah. Okay, so this director gave the name of his film after the instrument. The film was a hit, and one of Bismillah Khan's compositions, Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya, turned out to be a nationwide chart buster. Bismillah's compositions. It became a very well-known and much liked note. Despite his huge success in the celluloid world, Bismillah Khan's ventures in film music were limited to two: Vijay Bhatt's Gunj Uti Shehnai and Vikram Srinivas's Kannada venture Sanadhi Apana. So, Bismillah Khan his ventures in film music were limited to two. What are these two? Vijay Bhatt's Gunj Uti Shehnai and Vikram Srinivas's Kannada venture Sanadhi Apana. I just can't come to terms with the artificiality and glamour of the film world, he says with emphasis. So he does not like it much. So he restricted only to these two. Awards and recognition came thick and fast. Award after award, recognition after recognition came very fast. So it came thick and fast. Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to be invited to perform at the prestigious Lincoln Center Hall in the United States of America. So he was the first Indian to be invited in the United States America's Lincoln Center Hall for his performance. He also took part in the World Exposition in Montreal, in Cannes Art Festival, and in the Osaka Trade Fair. So he reaches far and wide. He becomes now an internationally known figure. So well known did he become internationally that an auditorium in Tehran was named after him, Tahar Mosiki Ustad Bismillah Khan. So in Tehran, he gains his popularity, and there was this auditorium which was named after him. National awards like the Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan were conferred on him. So these are some of the national awards that he got. In 2001, Ustad Bismillah Khan was awarded India's highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna, with a coveted award resting on his chest and his eyes glinting with rare happiness. He said, "All I would like to say is, teach your children music. This is Hindustan's richest tradition. Even the West is now coming to learn our music." And this is rightly so. When he got the Bharat Ratna, the most prestigious civilian award, his eyes sparkled and filled with happiness. He said, "Every child has to be taught music. Every child in India has to be taught Hindustani music because it is very rich. It is Hindustan's richest tradition. Even the Westerners are coming to learn our music, Hindustani music." In spite of having traveled all over the world, Khan Sahab, as is fondly called. Who is Khan Sahab? Ustad Bismillah Khan. In spite of having traveled all over the world, Khan Sahib, as he is fondly called, is exceedingly fond of Benares and Jumran, as they remain for him the most wonderful towns of the world. So this is his favorite place, Benares and Jumran. For him, it is the most wonderful town throughout the world. He might have gone to so many places. He might have gone to America. He might have gone to Afghanistan. He might have gone to Tehran. But of all the places in the world, he likes Benares and Jumran most. A student of his once wanted him to head a Shehnai school in the USA. And the student promised to recreate the atmosphere of Benares by replicating the temples there. But Khan Sahib asked him if he would be able to transport Ganga as well. Later, he is remembered to have said, "That is why, whenever I am in a foreign country, I keep yearning to see Hindustan. While in Mumbai, I think only of Benares and the Holy Ganga. And while in Mumbai, I think only of Benares and the Holy Ganga. And while in Benares, I miss the unique Matta of Jumran." Now, what does it mean? What does he say here? In spite of having traveled all over the world, he is exceedingly fond of Jumran, because Benares and Jumran, because they are the most wonderful town for him. Okay, now one student had asked him to head a Shehnai school in USA, and the student promised to recreate an atmosphere of Benares by replicating the temples there. Is it possible? The spirit will not be there. Now, Khan Sahib says, will you be able to bring the river Ganges as well? No. You cannot create it. You cannot recreate the atmosphere of any place in some other place. Later, he is remembered to have said, "That is why, whenever I am in a foreign country, whenever he goes to a foreign country, he yearns to see Hindustan. Memories of Hindustan will come to him. So, when he is in Mumbai, he will remember Benares and Holy Ganga. When he is in Benares, he will miss the Jumran, the unique Mattha of Jumran." Okay. So, you cannot create Ganga in United States, in USSR. When you go to United States, you will remember Hindustan, and that memory is a very sweet memory, a loving memory. Ustad Bismillah Khan's life is a perfect example of rich cultural heritage of India, one that effortlessly accepts that a devout Muslim like him can very naturally pay Shehnai every morning at the Kasi Vishwanath temple. So, music, children, music has no language, music has no religion. In spite of his being a Muslim, he plays in the Kasi Vishwanath temple every morning. So, there is no boundary, no national boundary, no international boundary, no religious boundary with music. So, this is the magic of music. And our Bismillah Khan is the master of this wonderful music that carries good omen, this auspicious music, the instrument of which is called the Shehnai. So, here we have come to the end of the chapter, The Sound of Music. We have seen two very leading characters of music instruments. And now I expect that you will read the lesson very carefully and you will answer some very few simple questions. Please write the questions in your notebook and send it to me I will write the questions and set it to you also in WhatsApp, but let me read out the questions for you. Question number 1 is, what factors contribute to the making of Bismillah Khan a Shehnai maestro? That is question number 1. And question number 2 is, what is the difference between a pungi and a Shehnai? Question number 3, how has the Ganges inspired Bismillah Khan? Class 9, very few number of you are doing the homework. Please do the homework and send it to WhatsApp. If you have any problem, I am always available. You can talk to me through WhatsApp or over the phone. Please don't forget to do the homework. Thank you. Good day.